So this is like a pentatonic shape or pattern. And what you do is over a major chord, let's say if you start and we're looking at C, um, you play the G pentatonic over it. So pentatonic is a 5-note scale. This one is a major pentatonic. So start on a 5 and you go. Now, what the shape was actually, it was something where it's like a cycle. So I think if we're gonna do G pentatonic, we need to start on the third. So I'm gonna go down. So the third of G is actually B, and so what pattern was is that was the pattern. So that's it. Now, it's a really cool little cycle because when you're playing, actually when you got a chord that's playing under it, you'll hear how cool it sounds. So I'll tell you what that pattern is. So what I'm doing to start with, that's a sixth. The interval from that B up to the G is a sixth. But I'm going up a whole step. And I'm going down a fifth away from that A. A to D is a fifth. Then at that point, a major second up. I'm sorry. And then from that E, you're going to a, which is a fourth, and then up a whole step, and then come down a major third. So I don't know if you followed that, but you. So let me tell you something, just to process stuff, because I know everybody processes things differently. So think about it like this: when we listen to music or when we practicing and stuff, we're usually engaging 3 different senses. The first one is hearing, because we're actually hearing a tone or hearing a sound or the flurry of notes or whatever we're practicing. We're hearing that. Then the second one is our fingers, touch. So we're actually touching the keys and playing a certain shape so it feels a certain way. Whatever notes we play feels a certain way. So that's a certain pattern that we might be used to under our fingers. The third one is seeing. And so with this third one, it's not all the time referring to you looking at a sheet music. I'm talking about what you imagine. So sometimes, because I can't see my keys, I'm on soprano, I could see my keys, but when I play saxophone, I'm not seeing the keys like I would be on piano. Like a piano player has that visual of seeing the white keys and the black keys and the combinations of the shape when he's playing it. You kind of imagining that anyway, but you have the keys kind of stitched in your brain, your imagination. And so the same way on the saxophone, we imagine things. I imagine what the shape or what the keys or scale looks like. And so those 3 areas. So hearing, touch, and then seeing. So, but what I was giving you, the reason why I brought that up is because I was wanting to show you how sometimes you like analytically is the seeing part. You can think about a shape standpoint of the intervals. You can think about a shape from the standpoint of theoretically what's going on in relation to what your root is. But that's all technical stuff. It's quicker if we can lean more so on the physical pattern of what it feels like and what it sounds like more so than what it looks like. And when I say looks like, I'm talking about theoretically understanding. Okay, it's an interval of a sixth, then an interval of a major second, or I'm going to the seventh of the chord. Now I'm going to the five of the chord. That takes a lot to do, and it can be confusing as I explain it to you. But if I was to show you something straight up like this, so if I just kept doing that over and over, eventually you would get the sound in your ear, and then you would find it on keys or saxophone or trumpet or whatever. Then you would have the physical aspect written, in your memory by the way it feels. Okay, so you got the sound and the way it feels. Now, the analytical part, actually seeing what it is, that's later. And I think what slows cats down is they're trying to think theoretically about everything, whereas it's better to just learn it and not understand what it is, but know how to play it, because that's usually what we all do anyway. We learn the theory of stuff later. You just learn how to do the actual thing before you even understand what you're actually doing. So what's up on YouTube? I have a question. Somebody said, what do you think about the saxophonist Sonny Stitt? Oh, he's phenomenal. He was phenomenal. A lot of great lines. He was the cat who had a lot of chops and always a lot of ideas and lines to be able to just spring out. Yeah, wonderful. What you mean? Sonny Stitt. So, but yeah, I'm looking at some of the questions or some of the comments here on Facebook. All right, so anybody on Facebook? I just see some people chiming in. What up, Samuel? What up, Will? What's going on, Will? Yes, indeed. Make sure you text me. I have some people who have text, but make sure you text 817-242-2732, and that's how you can connect with me and also get the new single. So going back to this line. All right, so here we go. All right, so what is that? All right, so I'm not going to tell you the notes. I'm going to tell you the numbers. So you can do it two ways. You can look at the actual intervals, and then you can look at the actual numbers in relation to a key. So if we look at it in relation to C major, C is a 1. So we're going to start this line on 7. So, and we're going to go up to 5, go up to 6, then we're going to go down. We're going to go down to 2. So 7, 5, 6, 2, 3, 6, 7, and then 5. So write this down, text it in your phone, or open up a notepad or whatever and write these numbers down. And this is a quicker way or another way that you can remember patterns in relation to a particular key. So 7, 5, and then 6, and then 2, and then 3, and then 6, and then 7, and then 5, and then okay, and then 6, and then 9, and then 3, and then 7, and then 2, and then 5, and then 6, and then 2, I believe. I think. Let me see. Yeah. So if I gave you 2, 1, then do 5, and then 6, and then 3, you should have it at that point. you should see the pattern. You should figure and see the pattern. So you can do the same thing and cycle it back down. When I say the same thing, I'm talking about just do the pattern in reverse. There we go. So I can't play the chord for you to actually hear it. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna show you how I practice in order to really um, drive it in. So I'm gonna go into my own process of working this particular lick in, and I'll just look at the questions here before I start um, doing it. So if you have any questions, you can fire away now because once I get going, I'm gonna just be going. Also, uh, so wanted to include this too. Let me go on Facebook. I need to add something. Thank you. What up, Jesse? How you doing, bro? Another student of mine. Well, he's graduated now. Trying to get him to produce some stuff. I have some students actually that I'm working on. Where I'm helping them with their project. So for those who want to do a project or talk about doing a track or a whole EP or a whole CD, just shoot me a text too. Just text me at textquamon.com. And also I'm releasing my new single, so it's available. Uh, I know I did this time and it's gave me feedback. I don't want to do it because it's gonna probably do the same thing. But let's see if I can get away with texting or putting a link here without it. Okay, good. Okay, it didn't do it. All right, so I think I was able to do it. All right, so hey Ed Perkins, what's going on? Okay, somebody said what exercises um, do to improve your improvisation? Exercises to improve your improvisation. Yeah, it's not really exercises like that. I would say to improve your improvisation, really, um, that's a hard one actually, because it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of components. Um, and I heard something very good. Gary Bartz was talking. I watched the video. He was talking about it's not really improvisation, but if you look at it as composition, spontaneous composition. Improvisation, he was just saying that's just coming off the top of your head. But really, when you improvise, it's really things that you've worked on, and or when you create a composition spontaneously, it's something that you've worked on. The mistakes is when you improvise, when you play something that you really didn't mean to play. But it was an interesting perspective. But anyway, with improvising, I guess to understand you, um, it's a combination of things. I encourage my students to first learn their scales, then learn the modes of those. Then you can learn the arpeggios from the 1-3-5, then 1-3-5-7, and then from there you can start working on playing through songs, playing off of the different degrees. Of course, you have to do the root position. If you have a D minor scale, I mean a D minor 7 chord, you can play D F A C, which is 1-3-5-7. But then you can go back and do 3, 5, 7, 9. You know, you can play off the different degrees and then play off 5, 7, 11. But you can do that with arpeggios. You can do it with the scales, and really that's something that really gets you used to playing the changes and knowing where you should be, or even where you can start lines off of the different degrees. Okay, so that's like one way, but that helps you to cover the changes. In terms of the vocabulary and the language, you got to get that from transcribing. So from you listening to other greats play certain tunes, we use standards because it's very well archived, and we have a lot of different examples of different jazz artists playing certain songs like "All the Things You Are," "Autumn Leaves," "Have You Met Miss Jones," and different tunes like that. So you can listen to a lot of different players play those songs, from Sonny Stitt to Gene Ammons, Sonny Rollins, Miles Davis, Clifford Brown, and the list can go on. Oscar Peterson, Phineas Newborn. It just depends. A lot of these guys from the 40s, 50s, and 60s, they were playing what you call songs from the American Songbook. So you can buy records or listen to stuff on YouTube and search these songs and find these different recordings and just learn from those the solos that you like or the lines that you like. And then from there, you want to understand what it is that they're doing. Like, here's the theory part. This is where the theory comes in. You analyze what the chords are that they're playing the lines over, or learn the chords that they're playing the lines over, and then you can apply those licks that you learn into other songs. So you can take a lick that you learn Oscar Peterson play over a minor chord, and so just learn that chord in every key. So I have different processes. I have different things. A lot of this stuff I have available inside of my academy. So if you send me a text message at Texas, I'm sorry, at textquamon.com, of course you're gonna get an autoresponder message back. It's gonna tell you to fill out the form so I can add you into my phone book. Once you do that, of course, you'll get the to my single, and you can purchase that if you like. But if you text me and you put in Academy, then it'll give you a link so that you can access my academy. And so inside there, I have a lot of videos, master classes, and webinars that I've done that goes through all of these different things that I've talked about on here. Because I have a lot of different things, components from the beginning stages of what you should do, like what I mentioned about the scales, arpeggios, and modes. But then you need to go to the next stage, which is transcribing. Then you want to transcribe and then transpose and repurpose. So that's a lot of stuff. That's why I said it's kind of hard to answer that question, because it's not just one exercise. All right. And so right now I was going over a pattern that that's a major pattern, and it's a pentatonic deal. So if I take that and I started on C sharp here on the saxophone. So the lowest note I have on here is B flat. So I'm gonna go down to C on soprano, which is B flat concert, and I'm gonna do the same thing in that key. So that would be the third of the key. So the line starts on the third of the actual key. So if I go to, that's in the key of F sharp concert. So that's it. Let me work on that one. It's easier to come down than it is, than it is going up. I'm gonna stick with that. I like going up. All right. I like the way that sounds, just going up like that. So that's just a pentatonic pattern, but I have like a cycle going with it. So I'm starting on the third and just going one, I'm sorry, 3, 1, 2, 5, 6, 2, 3, 1, then 2, 5, 6, 3, then 5, and then 6, no, 1, and then 2, then 6. Okay, so this pattern you can use over minor as well. All right, so I think I can do it. I'm gonna go down a half step again. So that was in the key of F. I can't go down to a low A on saxophone. That would be a concert G, but I can't do it. So I need to stop it. Let's see. I guess I can stop on the third. All right, let's do another one. Go down a half step. Ah, man, that's a good one. The reason why that one is a challenge is because I'm using both of my little fingers. So I'm using my left little finger a lot. My brownies a lot. Ah, there you go. Ah, come on, man. Oh, I need to stop on that low B flat. work on that. Okay. Okay. Ah. Man, so I think how many keys is that? Uh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 keys. I got 4 to go. Okay. Ah, okay. All right. I got one more key. Man. Uh, that's hard going up high on the soprano. Ah. Sorry if it's piercing. Ah, that's hard. That's all 12 keys. All right, cool. So I need to shed on that. I need to work on the one up top, uh, playing in the artissimo register. All right, so just wanted to go through that um, with you. Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, check out the Jazz Web Shed YouTube channel uh, on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and leave me a comment, shoot me a message. I love to answer comments. And if you want to take some lessons with me directly, text me, textquaman.com, or click that link if it's showing in the comment section, and just text lessons, and you'll get the calendar so you can sign up for lessons. Also, go once again, same link, textquaman.com, and type single, and it'll shoot you the link so you can get the new single, Waiting for You. I did it on alto this time, and I put some horn parts with soprano. Great song composition by Garrick Pitts, myself, and Jermaine Morgan. Also, leave out the Academy. If you want to join the Academy, go text me, same link, and just text Academy to that link, and you'll get that link too. It's the Texas Tenor Music Academy, where I have a lot of videos, lessons in there where I'm going over things to help you with your jazz improvisation skills. So thank you for watching on Facebook. I know this is something that I don't usually do on my personal Facebook page, but I wanted to do it because I know a lot of people are connected with me there personally, and so they can get a chance to see what's going on. What's happening, Arvin? What's going on? We'll see Miriam. I hadn't heard from you in a while. Miriam, what's going on? Anderson, you doing? What's up, Marcus? You gotta send me that solo. Are you gonna be able to put a solo in it? I'm gonna keep the one you got. What's going on, Diane? How you doing? What's happening, Isaac? Great response. Okay, cool. Thanks. What up, Rick, Pat, Perez? What's going on? No problem. You got it. Show your love by texting and getting the new. Yeah. Textquaman.com. What up, Jamal? Jamar. What's going on, Jamar? What up, Roy? My man, that's another Academy member. All righty. And yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote. So I'm gonna take this down and post it in my in somewhere else. My son is here. He's ready. What up, buddy? You gotta use? Yeah, go use it. So okay, hold on it.